Hello people, you're watching Anime Geek Supreme because all about anime and entertainment is here. In our last video, we discussed about who is more strong, is it Ben 10 or is it Superman? The link is in the description below, you can also watch that. And in this video we are going to discuss about if a fight breaks out between Shaktimaan and Superman, who would take the win? Well, let's start it. I have kept Kryptonite and Bob Murray out of this for a fair fight and only focused on their powers and abilities. Shaktiman's powers are virtually limitless. He can do practically anything he imagines. The only limit to his powers is his own belief in himself and his knowledge of how to manifest his powers. This is what the Wikipedia page says about him. The 7 chakras in his body which give him power are Energy Chakra. This chakra gives Shaktiman super strength, enabling him to fly, shoot fire from his hands, emit rays from his fingertips, blow a stream of freezing air, or send out protective force field which nothing can penetrate, provided he can maintain his willpower and not give in. Shaktiman's strength allows him to physically penetrate anything and lift any object. Second is Creative Chakra. This chakra gives Shaktiman the power of manifest things out of thin air, but they can be unstable and comically fall apart, of course, other problems if Shaktiman is distracted and loses concentration. Astral Chakra. This chakra gives Shaktiman the power to control his astral body, a semi-transparent, eternal duplicate of himself, which can fly, walk through walls, spy on others, see inside objects, and etc. Heart Chakra. This chakra gives Shaktiman the power to control the will of others, but only for good. He can will people to do the right thing, see the error in their ways, or simply make someone buy him lunch. This power is most useful when Shaktiman needs to stop someone who is under the control of Killwish from doing evil. And the fifth is Vibration Chakra. This chakra gives Shaktiman the power to control all types of vibrations, including sound waves, light waves, healing warmth, etc. He can also use it to hear ultrasonic sounds and can speed up the vibrations of his own atoms, allowing him to transport him in space or time. This can be very useful for getting out of dangerous situations, or going back to yesterday to watch a TV show he forget to watch. Sixth is Psychic Chakra. This chakra gives Shaktiman the power of the third eye, which enables him to read minds and see anywhere in the world at any distance. He can sense impending danger and see things at any corner of the world. He also possesses physical powers like unlimited speed, strength, durability, as well as psychic powers like telepathy, teleportation, telekinesis, etc. Before getting started, let's make one thing clear. Shaktiman is basically a clone of precisely Sup's 1,000 times, and Sup's powers and feats keep fluctuating due to his long history and different variations, unlike Shaktiman, who has a rather short history but his powers remain consistent. And not just that, but he also possesses a wider range of powers. So fanboys, please don't bother to hear this, of course, when you'll read this when I'll write in the description. Also to avoid getting butthurt. Birthday. Truth hurt, isn't it? Due to the DC Rebirth event, I am considering the most recent form of Supes and his feats and abilities based on his current form for a better comparison. Supes has his own share of feats, but going by his current version, I don't think so. A normal Superman is no competition. His powers are mystic and psychic, which are Superman's weakness. Superman got an ass whooping from Doomsday in Action Comic Rebirth, #962, and took help from Wonder Woman. That too, he couldn't beat Doomsday in the end and instead used Wonder Woman's help to keep him distracted, maintaining distance and caution so that the beast doesn't kill him again, while sending him to the Phantom Zone. While Shaktiman could have just trapped him inside an impenetrable force field, speed blast him straight into the sun or send him to a lifeless dimension without any laying his pinky finger on him, as he has limitless power at his disposal. Thanks to the writers for giving him all the powers they could think of. Or maybe just control his will if he has one, and make him his pet. A normal Supes stands no chance. He would be annihilated in no time. Now let's consider a sun-dipped Supes. Why a sun-dipped Superman is strong but he still has limits. It might take Shaktimaan a little longer to beat him, but it won't be hard. Maybe a few seconds or a minute before he teleports Supes in a void dimension, or one with dozens of red suns, or maybe in the core of a super red sun, or just create an entire kryptonite planet with his creative chakra and send him there. Sun-dipped Superman is strong but his powers are still measurable, while Shaktimaan's are limitless and can do pretty much anything he could imagine of, which puts him just next to God. He could create or erase something or someone from reality only with his mere imagination. Now, that's some serious power. Now, we do have Superman Prime, perhaps the most powerful version of all, who could give him a decent fight. Superman Prime 1 million is basically Goro ka Shaktimaan. They inspired us to create Shaktimaan, and in return we inspired them to create this. In Prime's case, there are a lot of rumors floating around which are not true. Prime possesses the same potential power as an average Kryptonian. Yeah. But on a magnified level, Superman Prime remained in Earth's sun for 15,000 years, increasing his abilities to unknown but presumably titanic levels. Contrary to popular belief, Superman Prime doesn't have the abilities and powers of a fifth-dimensional imp, or didn't he break the Source Wall or study under the Source. It is presumed that Prime is immune to all his weaknesses like Kryptonite, Red Sun or Psychic powers, which is false, as there has been no instances in the DC 1 million comics where he is shown to being immune to all his weaknesses. It could be possible though that he is not as vulnerable to them as he is in his standard form, which is yet to be confirmed, as his appearance in this comic series is quite limited. Like the present day Superman, Superman Prime possesses fast willpower enough to operate a Green Lantern power ring, while the Heart Chakra gives Shaktimaan the power to control the will of others, but only for good. He can will people to do the right things, see the error in their ways, or simply make someone buy him lunch. Ha! So he could just will Superman Prime to stop the fight and declare him the winner, and also buy him a lunch at the nearest local Indian restaurant in Metropolis Nagar. Other version of Supes who could give him a decent fight are pre-crisis Supes and Superboy Prime. The problem with this comparison is that DC is a large multiverse and Supes is supposed to be the most powerful superhero on Earth, but not the entire multiverse. There are beings who way above his league in the multiverse itself. The problem with Shaktimaan's universe is that he doesn't belong to such a huge multiverse and doesn't have any higher tier beings like the ones in DC. So he alone is the strongest one there is in the universe. He is created in such a way as to be able to take on any threat in his universe. To put in a simple word, Shaktimaan, though a clone of Supes, is so overpowered that they are incomparable. Supes is not in the same league as him, as there is no chance of him winning against Shaktimaan unless he uses the pop money. There are not many characters, I think, of who are in the same league as him and could go toe to toe with him in a fair fight. One character who can definitely beat him from this universe is the Presence, because he's the god who created the entire DC multiverse. Of course. Also, Kismet, Ramakrishna, Kali, Rama could be able to defeat him because they are gods. And maybe Archangel Michael, Lucifer, Montezu's dark side, Parallax, Anti-Monitor and Separate could defeat him too. In short, many could beat him with the pop money, but if you take that out, then that number plummets to only a handful of beings who could do like God, or maybe Batman and Rajnikant, because they are gods too. So, if you like the video, like, subscribe, share, and again, share, like, subscribe. This is Anime Geek signing off. Hello people, you're watching Anime Geek Supreme, because all about anime and entertainment is here. In our last video, we discussed about who is more strong. Is it Ben 10 or is it Superman?